Here's a Rand poll out. I don't like that poll either. And if I understand it, it's apparently still picking up over 10% undecided. Well, that's at least in line with what I'm perceiving is the actual public voting intention, whether that is respected by the military in the end or not. Obama claims the FBI isn't trying to change the outcome of the election. In a literal sense, that may be true. It may not be trying to change the outcome, rather it may be trying to convince you that the establishment's preferred and decided outcome of a Trump victory is legitimate. That is, the outcome may not be subject to being changed. It might be pretty much determined already, which is that Trump is winning. And this whole thing is just designed to convince you of the to at least not have you oppose it, right? These politicians are sneaky. It is not cherry picking to reject a modeling decision. Cherry picking is when you have 10 polls that use the same methods and you pick the one with the outcome you like and reject the other 9. When you have 10 polls that use different methods and you pick the one that uses the method that you like and reject the 9 that you don't, that is not cherry picking. That is consistency, it's stringency, it's rigor, and it's honesty. Conversely, it's bad methodology to include every poll you can find, even if you don't like the methods. So it's easy to say, until you have to look at me and say, why are you rejecting all these other polls and liking this one? Well, because this one has a better methodology, okay? That's not cherry picking. There's a good reason for that. Cherry picking is irrational and just, cherry picking is ignoring data. I'm giving you a good answer for this. I'm giving you a good explanation. That Rand poll makes a point of clarifying that it's not using the likely voter methods that you see in the mainstream press. What is a likely voter? I've been over this. It's just jargon to hide that you're exaggerating white voter turnout in contradiction of the census data. And I will explain every one of these polls. If they give you tables, if they give you enough data, I'll show you where it is, okay? But Rand's solution to this problem is not substantially better process. They're asking people what they're going to vote for and then coming up with a probability. I mean, this is bullshit, right? So I am still waiting for some final polling that I think is reliable. But I also need to reiterate that I am firmly convinced that the military has already decided the election in favor of Trump. This election is over. Trump is winning. Winning. He's won. He's been installed. He's been selected. So we're measuring two different things now. First one, what is a reliable metric of public opinion? How would voters vote if it were a free election? If this actually were an election, what would voters vote for? That's the first thing we've got to figure out. And the second thing is, what is the actual outcome of the election? And I still want to know what both answers are. It's just I don't expect them to be consistent. I do not expect the winner of the election to be the winner of the vote, okay? I believe that the answer to one is that Clinton does remain ahead by a substantial margin, roughly 10 points, plus or minus 2 or 3. So 7-13, okay? Yeah, I think that the answer to 2 is that Trump will be installed president by the military and intelligence services, the deep state, the shadow government, the true establishment. And the real establishment propaganda is the media that is trying to convince you that Clinton is the establishment candidate. The Goldstein. The straw man. Hate. 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 Remember that, okay? Not just over the next couple of days, but deep into the future. Remember who it is that's pushing this at you. Because they're the ones that are working for the real shadow government, the real deep state, the real establishment. Alright?